What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Danger Zone. I am your host, Ken Moore. We are doing a live stream tonight of the round of 32. The Houston Cougars taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. Right now, we are in a timeout. 15 minutes to go in the second half. The Cougars on top of Texas A&M, 53-48. This has been a heck of a ball game so far. Houston Cougars in all sorts of foul trouble. And how we'll do this live stream is I'll come on during the timeout breaks just to kind of give you my view. Please sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. After the game, we will have a live post game of what just happened here tonight between Houston and Texas A&M. Right now, 15 minutes to go in the second half. The Cougars on top, 53-48. And this has been a game. LJ Cryer has finally gotten hot here in the second half. He has 14 points for the Cougs. Jamal Shead has 13 points. And Emmanuel Sharp, he was hot in the first half with 14 points. Second half underway. They are back out of the timeout. 15 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Jamal Shead goes down. Looks like he may be a bit shaken up as he was just fouled on the play. He's going to get up, and it will be a foul against Texas A&M. So we'll go back to the full screen for now, and then we will come back after the next media timeout to give you an update. Right now, Cougs on top by 5, 15 minutes, 26 seconds to go in this ball game. Put your comments in the comments section. Want you guys to get involved. Want you guys to interact with one another. Right now, we got LJ Cryer short on a shot. We'll keep it here for now. 15 minutes to go in the ball game. Aggies bringing it back down court. You can watch it with me, and we can watch it together. Aggies turn it over, 15:01 to go. As we look at some of the numbers in this ball game, as we mentioned the foul situation, Texas A&M has shot 24 free throws in this ball game. The good news for Houston, the Aggies are only shooting 45% from the free throw line, so that may come back to bite them. 11 of 24 for the Aggies. The Cougars 6 of 7 from the line here tonight. Both teams struggling from three. Cougars only 7 of 24 from three-point range. Texas A&M 3 of 9 from three-point range at 33%. As we approach 14:40 to go here, second half. Cryer with a little jumper as the Cougs extend the lead to 7, 55-48. We'll update the score on the screen here momentarily. I am your host, Ken Moore. You can follow me at KMoore Sports on Twitter, also on X, also here on my YouTube channel. So if you would, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to take you guys back to the full screen, and we'll come back live after the next timeout. All right, guys, we're back live talking about the Cougars, Houston Cougars, #1 team in the South, taking on Texas A&M, the 9th ranked team in the South. Cougars with a 57-48 lead, 13 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second half. Cougars trying to pull away. The Aggies have been hanging around in this ball game. I'm gonna fix the score here, make sure it looks correct on the screen. And there we go, 57-48, second half of this ball game. We are in a timeout, 13 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. What we've seen for the Cougars here tonight, so far in this matchup, Juwan Roberts having a good second half. He went out early, re-injured that shin, had a couple of fouls, went to the bench, along with a host of other Cougars. A lot of Cougars in this ball game with at least 2 fouls tonight. So this team is in deep, deep foul trouble. Juwan Roberts with 3 fouls. Francis with 3 fouls. Then you have Pryor, Shedd, and Sharp, all with 2 fouls. So the entire starting lineup for Houston has at least 2 fouls. The big guys, Francis and Roberts, both have 3. So they have to be careful on the inside. They have to defend without fouling and sending Texas A&M to the free throw line. The problem for the Aggies tonight is that they can't hit any free throws. Only 11 of 24 from the free throw line. They're doing a good job as far as holding them down. Texas A&M has dominated the offensive boards here tonight, 14-7. They have the overall rebounding lead, 27-21. But Houston shooting the ball very well tonight, 51% from the field for the Cougars. And then also points in the paint. Cougars had a big lead in points in the paint in the first half, the first 10 or 11 minutes. Right now, points in paint are even at 22, but the Cougars with a 57-48 lead as they are coming out of the commercial break. And again, we'll have a full post-game recap at the end of this one. We'll keep tabs on it as it goes along. If you guys have comments, go to the YouTube page or your Facebook page. You can enter the comments. On Facebook, you may have to give StreamYard permission for your comments to show, but we definitely want to get your input. The most important thing, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, after the game, we will also be talking some NFL free agency. We'll be talking about the Tennessee Titans making a big trade this weekend to get Sneed from the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll touch on that, as well as some other news from the Houston Texans as well. But back to the ball game. I'll send you back to the full screen, and I'll come back after the next timeout.
closing numbers, we get points to win by those money for the things we want.
All right, guys, back with you. We had some issues with the chat working thanks to Kyle Hauser. He alerted me to that. So hopefully you guys can participate now on the chat. All right, get that fixed through my phone. Trying to get a lot of things going. This is what happens when you have a live YouTube show. These are the things that happen. But the Cougars back on the court. Under 12 minutes to go in this ball game, Cougs with a 9-point lead. And we'll see if the Aggies can come back. Aggies with a turnover. Emmanuel Sharp forces the turnover. Shed brings it back up court. The winner of this ball game will take on Duke next Friday in Dallas. I hope to make that trip to Dallas if the Cougs can pull it out here tonight. Bad pass by Shed out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover for the Cougs. And again, we will have a live recap after the game. Welcome to the Danger Zone. This is the Danger Zone. We normally talk NFL football, but this season we're doing a lot more. We're talking March Madness. We're talking NBA playoffs. We're talking all things sports. So if you guys have a comment on this game or anything else that you've seen today or this weekend in March Madness, hit us up in the comments section. Under 11 minutes to go in this ball game now, the Cougars still nursing a 9-point lead. Tyrese Radford, pardon me, the leading scorer for Texas A&M so far in this ball game. You see he has a double-double, 12 rebounds and 12 points. LJ Cryer misses a wide-open three. That would have been a huge shot for the Cougs if he could have knocked that one down. Aggies on the drive layup. And it may be a foul on the floor. We're going to go back full screen. And then after the next media timeout, we will come back. Looks like another foul against the Cougs. This one's going to be on Emmanuel Sharp. That's going to be his third. Both teams with 3 team fouls here, 10-15 to go here. And we'll go back to the full screen, and then we'll come back live during the next timeout. All right, guys, back here live on the Danger Zone. Make sure that you like the show, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We want to see you in the comments section. If you're having problems making your comments, please hit me on Facebook and let me know. Just shoot me a message if you're having problems leaving your comments. Cougars right now with an 8-point lead with 8 minutes to go in this ball game. The problem for the Cougars, 7:53 to be exact, the problem is both of their big men, Jawan Roberts and Francis, both have 4 fouls with almost 8 minutes to go in this ball game. The question now is, how does Coach Kelvin Sampson play this? He went small in the first half and was able to maintain the lead. Texas A&M took advantage of that by getting a lot of offensive rebounds when Houston went small. The decision now, you have an 8-point lead in this ball game. Do you take one of those big men out? Do you take both of them out of the ball game and go small? You can go with the one big guy, the freshman that you have on the bench, and Lath. You can bring him in to eat up some minutes. Dunn has had a pretty good ball game tonight. He has 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Wilson has seen some action here tonight. He has 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in this ball game. Right now, the big guys for Houston is their backcourt. Jamal Shead, 15 points. LJ Cryer, 15 points. And Emmanuel Sharp with 14 points. So the backcourt has done the bulk of the damage here tonight. Jawan Roberts also in double figures with 11 points. He's had a big second half. We'll see what Kelvin Sampson does. They're coming out of the timeout. Looks like Francis is still in the ball game. $7:51 to go. Aggies going to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Francis is still in the ball game, along with Shed, Cryer, and Wilson. Roberts is on the bench with 4 fouls. Francis in the game with 4 fouls. He has to be very smart. He cannot commit silly fouls. So 7:45 to go. We'll go back to the full screen. A&M with a 6-point lead. Quick update while the Aggies are at the free throw line. LJ Cryer, Jamal Shedd, Emmanuel Sharp, all with 3 fouls. Francis and Roberts, the big guys, with 4 fouls. So everyone for the Cougars, starting 5, has at least 3 fouls. And the Cougars have 6 minutes and 33 seconds to navigate as they hold on to an 8-point lead right now. 66-58 is the score in the ball game. But all of the Cougars have at least 3 fouls. Francis and Roberts with 4. Let's see if they can survive the final 6.5. All right, everyone, how you feeling out there, Cougar fans, Aggie fans? 8-point lead for the Cougs. 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Houston had a 5-point lead at halftime, 43-38. They've outscored A&M by only 3 points here in the second half, 26-23. So here we are, 69-61. Story of the ball game so far has really been the foul situation and the lack of Texas A&M to be able to take advantage from the free throw line. They're really going to lament that if they lose this ball game tonight. 16 of 30 from the free throw line from the Aggies, only 53%. Meanwhile, Houston, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 81%. Houston shooting 50% for the ball game. Texas A&M only shooting 39%. The Aggies have had the big advantage on the boards tonight. 33 rebounds to 26 for the Cougs. They've really dominated on the offensive boards, 15-8. And now, second chance points are pretty even, 12-11. So even though Texas A&M has dominated the boards, they haven't had a big advantage in second half points and putbacks at the rim. So Houston has done a good job keeping them at bay. Let's take a look at the foul trouble for the Cougars down the stretch. As we mentioned, Juwan Roberts, 4 fouls. Francis with 4 fouls. Cryer and Shed each have 3 fouls. Emmanuel Sharp, I believe, has 4 fouls as well. I'm waiting on the stats to update. No, Sharp still has 3. So Sharp, Cryer, and Shed all have 3 fouls. Francis and Roberts with 4. Roberts has been on the bench for the last 5 minutes or so. We'll see what Coach Kelvin Sampson draws up coming out of the timeout. 4 minutes, 29 seconds exactly to go in the ball game. And we'll keep it here as we go down the stretch. Cougs have 6 seconds on the shot clock. They have to get it off quickly. Sharp takes it to the rim, and he's going to get fouled. Good drive by Emmanuel Sharp. He'll have a chance to make this a double-digit lead for the Cougs. Emmanuel Sharp, he had 4 3-pointers in the first half. He was really the guy that got the Cougars going because Shed and Cryer really struggled in that first half. Those guys were combined 0 for 8 at one point in the first half, and it was Emmanuel Sharp that hit 4 big 3-pointers in that first half to guide the Cougs. Then he got into a little bit of foul trouble, and L.J. Cryer and Juwan Roberts got hot in the second half, along with Jamal Shed. Cougars with their biggest lead of the ball game right now, 10 points, 71-61, as we approach the 4-minute mark to go here in this ball game. Air ball shot by Texas A&M. Roberts gets the rebound, and he'll head back up court. Cougars up by 10, 71-61, as we go under 4 minutes in this ball game. Cougars now go up 12. Emmanuel Sharp again, a 3. So it's a 13-point lead for the Cougars as they start to pull away from the Aggies. The Cougars were an 8.5-point favorite in this ball game. And so for those of you who put a little money down on the Cougars, you're looking good right now as they are up 13, but the Aggies going back to the free throw line. Let's go Cougs. My boy Denver in the house. You guys may see Denver on a lot of commercials. He's a great commercial guy. So a couple of free throws for A&M. 3 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the ball game. Cougs lead by 10. Take a look at some of these numbers. Jamal Shead, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. So an all-around great game by Shead. A&M putting a little full court press, a little pressure on the Cougs, and now it's the Cougs trying to run a little clock. We're gonna go full screen for a moment. We have a media timeout. Let's see what happened here. Looks like Francis just set an illegal screen and just picked up his 5th foul. So he's going to be out of the ball game as he goes to the bench with 3:22 to go. So Francis is out. This line cannot be right for Francis. No points, no rebounds, no assists. He did have 4 block shots and 1 steal. A&M with another bucket as they cut it to 9, 74-65. Little 1-2-2 full court press. Jamal Shead breaks it easily as we hit the 3-minute mark in this ball game. Cougars up 9. A trip to Dallas on the line to the Sweet 16. We'll see if the Aggies can make a little push. Shead, block. Jawan Roberts back up and in as the Cougars go back up 11 in this one. And that's going to be another touch foul on Jamal Shead. That'll be the 4th foul on Shead. So, my goodness. Francis is fouled out. Roberts has 4. Shead has 4. Emmanuel Sharp has 4. The Cougars cannot afford for this game to go into overtime. That would be a disaster. Now the Aggies are at the line. We're going to update the score. I'm going to go full screen and we'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome to the Danger Zone. Right now, the Houston Cougars are in the danger zone. Their lead, which was a double-digit lead a few moments ago, but a couple of missed free throws, a couple of ill-advised fouls, some easy putback rebounds for Texas A&M, and all of a sudden, this is a three-point ball game with 41 seconds to go. L.J. Cryer and Francis have both fouled out for Houston. Obaski has fouled out for Texas A&M. Let's watch it together down the stretch. We'll go back full score. March freaking Madness has happened. Impossible. I have no idea why the Cougars were guarding guys inside the paint. Dunn gets lost. A wide open three-point shot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. The Cougars blow a double-digit lead in the final 5 minutes of this game. Now they have to try to survive overtime. An impossible comeback by Texas A&M. Absolutely unbelievable comeback. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Gonna bring my boy Floyd in here to talk about this unbelievable, just crazy comeback by Texas A&M. Floyd B, welcome to the show, my brother.
How's it going, homie?
Oh my God, it's not going good right now. The Cougars are in the danger zone, man. The Cougars are absolutely in the danger zone right now as they have blown a double-digit lead in the final 5 minutes. I'm speechless. I'm going to give the floor to you. I've been talking for an hour.
Say, you know what? First of all, let me thank you, man. Thank you for putting this platform together from two brothers from the hood, man. You know, just having fun and spreading the word. But thank you, man, for this opportunity, man, to feel what I haven't felt in years in March Madness. What I feel right now, man. It is exciting. It is cliff-hanging. It is the greatest postseason sports in America. Ahead of the Super Bowl is March Madness. So, right now the Cougars are in the danger zone. They're in the danger zone. They're in the danger zone, man. Now remember, our previous guest didn't have them getting out the first round.
I think he said the first weekend. The first weekend.
That's what I'm saying, the first round. Yeah, the first weekend. So I picked them not to get past the Sweet 16. And I still believe they're going to win this game. I really do. I mean, hey, man, you can't. I mean, it was a blown coverage. Blown coverage.
Sharp hit a three. Sharp just hit a three-point lead.
Emmanuel Sharp is having a career game tonight. I have to say that. Hats off to the young man. He is leaving it all out there on the court. Come on, Roberts. I need you back in the game, baby. I need you back in the game, but get back out there. You know, I'm impressed with the Cougars because they are undersized. These guys are undersized, man. And for them to have the guts and the great coaching, hats out Kevin Sampson, good coaching. But it's gonna be tough. I still picked them to win this game, though.
All right, we're gonna go back full screen. We're gonna come back during the next time out. So we'll come back full screen. Cougars up 3, 4 minutes to go in overtime. Back to the full screen.
I expect this game to overtime before they're going to be another miracle here. Jackson's going to take the time out. And everyone's going to catch their breath. Final seconds in Memphis. Jamal Shannon trying to will his Cougars over the finish.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Bring your TV volume down a little bit. All right, there we go.
There we go.
21 seconds to go, my guy. 5-point lead for the Cougs, I believe, right?
Yeah. For 4-point lead. 5-point lead. Yeah, it's a 5-point lead. Like I said, I still believed in them down the stretch. I just thought they had a little more playmakers than A&M. A&M had size, definitely had size. But I just thought the Cougars had a little bit more playmaking than A&M down the stretch. But who knows? We still got, it ain't over till the fat lady sing. Ain't that what they say?
It ain't over till the fat lady sing, my man. It ain't. Oh, I mean, Ramon Walker coming in overtime, hadn't played the whole game.
Yeah.
Played a few minutes against Longwood, had been out for a month, and comes in off the bench with 2 huge rebounds, 2 points as well.
I mean, that's the
resilience. I mean, those rebounds were huge for him.
And it kind of reminded me of Big Shot Bob. Moments, getting your opportunity, moments to show that you want to be a part of this winning team. A lot of players have problems sitting on the bench, via injury or being the 12th man on the bench and hosting that trophy. Good block. I
think they just called a foul on it. I think Jamal Shed just fouled out of the ball game. You don't need to challenge that shot, or that should be on Shed. He didn't do it. Oh my God, the replay. Watch the replay.
No, it ain't no Shed.
Oh my God, that's a bad foul.
That's a bad call. That's bad call. Good game, young man.
He got it kind of got.
It definitely got his hand in the game of the season. Definitely wasn't his best game of the season. But again, March Madness will, get some guys a big opportunity when they get to the next level, Ken. March Madness, man, because that's when the world is seeing.
Fourth year walk-on is going to check into the game.
Ryan Elvin is in the game. I mean, the Cougars are down to a walk-on. This is a kid that usually comes in at the end of blowouts. He's a fan favorite. Now he's in the most critical moments of his life. 3-point lead. The Cougars are still in the danger zone here once again.
Without their point guard, without their general not on the floor, they are in trouble. Let's see how Kevin Samples what he write it up on the board to be. Let's see what he gonna do.
Let's see who's gonna try to get it. Really squeezed in tight.
Oh my goodness, you got the walk-on senior. Oh wow.
And guess what? He's at the foul line. He's at the foul line.
We are in the danger zone, folks. We are
going
definitely
to the foul line, folks.
in the danger zone.
He make these 2 free throws. Some NBA team is going to give him a shot.
Oh, no, sir.
Somebody going to give him a shot.
Stop.
Come on, man. You know the league gonna always need them a favorite white boy, man. You know that, man. They got to have them a favorite white boy, man. Come on now. Talk to me, man. Come on, man. Look, ever since Larry Bird, they've been trying to find the next one, man.
I'm not gonna co-sign on that one, Floyd. Come on. Oh my God, he missed the first one. Gotta hit one, young man. You gotta hit one.
Come on, man.
17 seconds in the ball game.
Take your time. All we need is one.
There you go. You got the one. You got the one that you need.
No fouls.
Might have held off on that one, but he's the coach. And now both teams are out of timeouts.
He used his last time out.
They have fought back. This was the end.
He used his last time out, King.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he did. I ain't think that was smart.
So Jimmy, on no timeouts, 4-point game.
All right, let me update the score.
Take us into that huddle and what you're thinking if you're Buzz Williams. I think you're
So right now, so A&M got the ball down. You can't give up a 3-point shot if you're Houston. You have to, but you also have to guard without fouling. I mean, you're running out of players right now.
You done ran out of players.
I mean, you're down to walk-ons. 4-point game, 13 seconds to go.
Have they been a fouling team throughout the season?
Not like this. They give up their share of fouls, but it's never been anything like this. You got 4 starters on the bench.
I mean, A&M that shot, 46, 47 free throws this game?
That may be it.
That's a lot, man. Nah, it's over with.
45 free throws for Texas A&M. 28 free throws for Houston.
I mean, 28. That's a lot of free throws itself. But 45, bro.
Double transfer. Last team to win after.
And this is almost a 3-hour basketball game. Game tipped at 7:50 Central Time. It's 10:50 now. I mean, this has been the equivalent of a football game.
These boys missing these free throws, man.
Keeping them alive. Got 1 out of 2. Houston, you just got to rebound the ball if they miss the shot. The Cougars survive.
Great win. Great win. Well-earned win.
That is your dagger. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna give you the floor, man. I'm gonna shoot the show out on social, and man, what a crazy weekend.
I mean,
and Duke, NC State, and Marquette next Friday in Dallas.
NC State. NC State making the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2015. It just shows you how far away they from the Lorenzo Charles and Thurl Bailey days and upsetting the Cougars in the 83 NCAA final. How far they has fallen from grace. You have Marquette. First time reaching the Sweet 16 since 2013. So I know some of the Marquette guys that we haven't had in the NBA, D. Wade and Jimmy Butler, Doc Rivers. I know them guys are feeling pretty happy about this situation with Marquette making their first Sweet 16 appearance in 2013. No, North Carolina has making the Sweet 16 2 of the last 3 years under the Hubert Davis era. Shout out to Hubert Davis. Doing a great job in keeping North Carolina relevant and competitive and always has an opportunity to win it all. You know. So again, we having pretty much the expected has made it. We have Clemson for the first time in decades is making it to the Sweet 16. This is only Clemson 13th NC Madness appearance in program history, 13th time. So I'm quite sure they're popping champagne, but you know, it's a big monument for them. But again, they got some work to do. But shout out to them because they played a hard game. They beat Baylor. Purdue advancing to the Sweet 16. And NC State with DJ Burns had a great game. He was 9 of 12 with 24.67 from the free throw line. He's a big boy, Ken. He's a big boy. You know, I mean, a lot of people want to call Zion and Doc, and Barkley, but he reminded me of a big Oliver Miller, man. When Oliver Miller was at Arkansas, man. And he also was a fifth-year player. So, I'm looking forward to seeing him at the next level. I think you say NC State playing who?
Marquette, I believe.
Marquette. So it's interesting to see how they match up, though. But again, bro, it's man, I just feel like this. I just feel like, you know, March Madness like I felt 25 years ago right now, man. You know, we are seeing players becoming stars right now because of March Madness, man. And guys will get an opportunity, man. You know, without March Madness, do you think we have the world recognize John Murat? March Madness put him on the map. Murray State. You know, so it plays a lot. Doug Crispy in his days at Pepperdine. The NCAA tournament made the world know who Doug Christie was and made him a first-round pick. You know, Nick Van Exel, the run that Cincinnati had with Van Exel, put him on the map. Sweet 16, not Sweet 16, NCAA tournament itself, put him on the map. So we're looking at stars of tomorrow, Ken. I'm happy with what I see and looking forward to more of it.
Yeah, so, hey, can you still hear me? I was having a little problem with my headset.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Perfect. Well, we definitely want to invite everybody to comment on the show, join the show. If you're already in the show, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Cougars with a huge win tonight to move on to the Sweet 16. And yeah, we happy about that.
Absolutely, man. Again, the tournament makes stars, man. Damian Leonard in the tournament, man. Weber State, didn't get a lot of televised time, but the tournament made the world look at it. And now look at Damian Leonard, now one of the top stars in the NBA. So again, man, just appreciate just having that fire for March Madness this season, man. I feel great about that, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I'm just happy that those boys able to get that win. Happy that they're able to move on. And look, man, it was a pretty good weekend of basketball, especially Thursday and Friday. They had all the upsets. Not too many upsets yesterday. I think he had 3 overtime games this weekend. I missed a lot of the action yesterday. I did see my Longhorns go down against Tennessee. But
shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee. First time making the tournament since 2019.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I
did not realize. First time they made this. No, not the tournament. First time they made the Sweet 16 since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, again, shout out to them. I know Allen Houston, Dale Evans, them feeling real good now, who represent the program in their time. So let's see what Tennessee got in this next round. Have you seen it? Have you pulled the matchups up yet?
No, I'm not sure who they got yet. I'll pull that up here in just a moment and see what the matchups look like for next week. But
Creighton advanced.
Creighton. I got Creighton going to the Final Four, man. That's my sleeper.
This is back-to-back Sweet 16s for them. And again, when you look at it, you look at Creighton like, wow, Creighton. Kyle Carver played on a Creighton team. One of the all-time great Paul Silas, played for Creighton. So these programs now that we're seeing stepping up, the Butlers, the San Diego States, they have had previous history of being pretty good programs with basketball. So I'm looking forward to seeing how everything pan out. I'm looking to see the guys, stay more than 1 year so we can get to know them. We can get to cheer for them and have a better feel for their game. I think the one and done is over with. Calipari showed us that with Kentucky with all them freshmen. They were playing against grown men, Ken.
Yes, sir.
They were playing against grown men. So I think college basketball can get that fire back when you get the players to hang around longer, 2 or 3 seasons, man. And we can go back to being able to recognize guys, on teams, so, shout out to the tournament. And let's see how far these Cougars can make it, man.
It's crazy that you could win a game with 4 of your starters fouling out and you go into overtime. Tremendous job by Kelvin Sampson having those young guys prepared, guys that normally don't get in those situations to come in and perform. For Elvin to hit that 1 free throw. We talked about Ramon Walker with a couple of rebounds that he had done the transfer. It was just an all-around team effort. I'm going to pull up the stats here in just a moment, and then we can also jump into some NFL action that happened over the weekend. I'm going to pull these stats up here in just a moment. What do you think about Duke? Did you get a chance to see Duke play this weekend at all?
I didn't get a chance to see Duke play this weekend. I didn't. But I've been glancing at them throughout the season. They definitely has fallen out a few steps. just gut check time, I would still pick the Cougars. I would still pick the Cougars to win. Again, I didn't pick. I said that the Cougars wasn't gonna make it past the Sweet 16. You know, but it was the A&M team that got in their way, and they were able to get past A&M. I just feel like it was going to be a stumble in the way, you know, whether it was this game or the Sweet 16 game. But again, the Cougars going to always have problems with teams that are much bigger than them. So that's where, you know, Kevin Sampson does a great job in getting them prepared, knowing they are undersized. But you'll have to give me more details about Duke.
Yeah, I haven't seen them much this year. I know that they had I'm pulling up the game from yesterday.
They came back and won against James Madison. You know, they blew them out in the end.
Yeah, they blew them out. Yeah, they blew them out by 38 points.
Yeah.
Jared McCain, he had 30 points in that ball game today. Filipowski, he's the big guy inside. He had 14 points. He had a big first half. He kind of got us started.
6'10"?
Huh?
Is he 6'10" or bigger?
Yeah, big guy. Yeah, big guy. Probably about 6'9", 6'10". Inside.
Agile? Is he pretty agile?
He looked pretty agile, pretty athletic. Yeah. Now, one of their guards got hurt today, Jeremy Roach. He hurt his finger, his pinky finger, and they had to tape it up. I saw he was in a lot of pain on the sideline. He did come back in the game. He played 34 minutes. He had 15 points, hit 5 of 8 from the field. So he looks like he should be good to go by next week.
Yeah.
Looks like they run 3 guards, kind of like Houston does. Proctor, Roach, and McCain in the backcourt, Filipowski, and a guy named Mitchell up front. So should be a good matchup for the Cougs.
Well,
and
I'm gonna dig into Duke a little bit more, but the Cougars' biggest mismatch is always gonna be size. But if their opponents are pretty good, efficient shooters, it's gonna be even tougher for them if the opponents are pretty good shooters, because most of the time you're gonna lose the ball. You're gonna lose the game on the boards. You're gonna lose the boards. And Kevin Sampson know he's going to pretty much lose the board game every night. But again, you got to pick your moments, you know, when you need that rebound, when you need that block. And that's what I think, right, the Cougars going to have to do just, you know, to make it to the Final Four. They're going to have to overcome a lot of obstacles that basically they've been dealing with this whole season, being shorthanded and being undersized.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they got to hit shots. And they hit shots tonight. Emmanuel Sharp was hot. Cryer got hot in the second half. Shed had a pretty good night. They had a tremendous game overall tonight, did the Cougars. I'm going to go down their stats here. Just kind of, for those of you that are just joining us and may have missed some of the games.
Shed didn't have a real – he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a really good game, you know. Emmanuel Sharp carried the Cougars the whole first half. Without him stepping up and hitting crucial shots, who knows how far we'd be down at halftime, man.
Right. Now, Shed did have a lot of assists. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, but he did have 5 turnovers. So that kind of hurt him a little bit. Sharp.
And he didn't shoot well neither. He didn't shoot well from the field neither.
Yeah, 7 of 18, 39% from the field, 7 of 10. He was 0 for 5 from three-point line. So you're right, he struggled from deep, but he was able to get in the paint and make some shots in the paint, and that was critical.
Become a playmaker with the 12 assists. I see the 12 assists showing that he finding open teammates.
Exactly. Cryer had 20 points. You talked about Sharp, he had 30. Malik Wilson was huge in this ball game. He had 9.6 rebounds, and all of those were critical in 24 minutes. Damian Dunn, the transfer, only 4 points, 4 rebounds, but he made his mark defensively. He did a good job defensively tonight.
What was Roberts' numbers?
Jawan Roberts had a good game. He was slow in the
game.
first half. He got hurt. He went to the bench, but he ended up with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And he didn't foul out.
Yeah.
And he didn't foul out. He was the only starter that didn't foul out. So lucky for him that he had a good game. And man, I mean, it was a tough game. They had no business getting into overtime against Texas A&M. But lucky for them, they were able to survive.
Yeah, I agree with you. Piggyback that. They had no business. Once they had the lead down the stretch, they were well coached enough, and they a better team than to give up that lead like that. But again, with your star player not really having a great first half, with other guys stepping up, and the defense, man, Cougars played really great defense, and just looking at I don't have their 3-point shooting tonight right now in front of me. If you can pull that up. They got a lot of board. They got a lot of inside points in the paint. Got a lot. What did they shoot from 3-point?
Yeah, their points in the paint, 34 points to 32 for A&M. 3-point shooting, Cougar shot 32%, 11 of 34. Not bad, not great. A&M was 8 for 23, 34%. So both teams under 35% from the 3-point line.
From the 3-point line.
But overall, Houston shot 51%, which means they did a great job in the paint.
Right.
And A&M overall only shot 38%.
Yeah, and that's what I was. The threes that they made, didn't change anything. You know, they 8 for 23 from 3-point. It didn't really change it. You know, I mean, you can score and score and score and score and score, Ken, but sometimes them scores have to be in great moments. You know, sometimes have to be in great moments. You know, again, I thought they shot worse than that from 3-point range. 8 from 23, I don't consider that just, you know, it ain't great by no means, but it's not awful. You know, it's not awful. So the Cougars were able to. I mean, they're just scrappy. I mean, the Cougars they're just tough. They tough, man. I have to give that to them. They tough, man. Yep. And they all understand, and they all done bought in. So again, I didn't pick them to get past the Sweet 16. I didn't. But after this game right here, I mean, I knew it was gonna have a stumbling somewhere. Whether this game or the game Thursday. Hopefully it was this game right here. We managed to, you know, to pull that one out. You know, so we'll see where we go to from here, man.
All right. Well, we definitely want to welcome everybody that's new to the Danger Zone. We're doing a post-game show. Houston Cougars knock off Texas A&M. If you're new to the show, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please hit that notification bell. We'll be following the Cougars all the way through the NCAA tournament. We're going to be talking some NFL football here in just a few moments. We know a lot of y'all got to go to work. It's already after 11 o'clock here Central Time. So we'll probably keep you another 15, 20 minutes tonight and trying to get on up out of here. But we definitely want to welcome you all to the show. It is called the Danger Zone if you're new to the show. And the Cougars were in the Danger Zone tonight. A&M was in the Danger Zone tonight. And that's why we call it the Danger Zone, because a lot of times in sports, that's what it ends up being, is teams being in the Danger Zone. So, you know, we're going to get ready to get into it a little bit.
But throughout, you know, we really haven't had a chance to really get into the Danger Zone. But before we move on, there's one person and team for that matter that belongs in the Danger Zone. And that's John Calipari and Kentucky Wildcats. They belong in the Danger Zone. They belong in the it's that time. You know, some coaches don't. There they go. Let me see him. Let me see him in bold letters. He's in the danger zone.
John Calipari in the danger zone.
Yes.
Why is he in the danger zone?
Fail to keep up with time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to be the one to change time. Yeah. He rode the wave. He rode that wave, man. All those number one picks, all the one and gone to Kentucky, the DeMarcus Cousins and all of them, man. All of them. They rode that wave. It's over. You got the coach now. You got the coach. And now with NIL and all that stuff there, you're going to have to really be on top of your game because these kids now are going to get the money. I'm not mad at them for going and get the bag. But John Calipari is in the danger zone.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt he is.
Guaranteed.
No doubt that he is in the danger zone for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 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 All right. Who else you got in the danger zone? Anybody else for March Madness this weekend?
No, nobody else really. Virginia, they shouldn't even been in there in a way. I mean, I wouldn't even waste the luxury of putting them in the danger zone. They shouldn't even been nowhere near the NCAA tournament, man. At least not March Madness, maybe NIT or something. But John Calipari, because of his statements after the game, it just shows us how far he's behind in time right now.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys are in the house, we definitely like to hear your comments. And you can get in the comment section. If you're having problems getting in the comment section, you may have to go over to the YouTube page. Just click that link on Facebook or on Twitter, and that should get you in where you can leave some comments. You can also inbox me if you're having any issues. I know a couple of people were having issues earlier, and I was able to get them straight and get them going. So final thoughts. We're going to put a bow on March Madness this weekend. There are a lot of upsets, a lot of double-digit teams got into the dance. Not a lot of – all the favorites won yesterday, 8-0. And I think a lot of favorites won today as well. I think there's still a game going on right now between Yale and San Diego State.
Yeah, they was putting a whooping on Yale. I was wanting Yale to win because, San Diego State is – they play and they style is worse than the New Orleans, the Utah Jazz in the 90s. Just how ugly it is,
Right,
but again,
right.
winning is winning, So if that's their formula, then hats off to them. But it's just not someone that I could just sit there and just watch them. No offense.
Right. All right. Well, what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna take a 30-second timeout. We're going to get ready to talk a little NFL for a few moments here tonight. Again, we can still talk March Madness, whatever you guys want to talk about, but we're going to dwell into a little NFL action. So give us 30 seconds, and then we're going to get that set up for you. All right, welcome back, everyone. You are in the danger zone. I am your boy, Ken Moore. That's my boy, Floyd B. We are in the house. We do this every Sunday night. Just got through talking about the University of Houston Cougars surviving in overtime against Texas A&M. Cougars win it 100-95. They will go on to take on the Duke Blue Devils next Friday in Dallas as they head to the Sweet 16. But now it is time to talk some NFL action. And the Houston Cougars, Lord have mercy, the Tennessee Titans made a big move over the weekend as they make a huge trade as they get L'Jarius Sneed from the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champion, one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL, as GM Rand Carthon continues to make waves in the AFC South and continues to climb that ladder, adding talent to this Tennessee Titans ball club. We're going to take a look in a moment at everything that the Titans have done in the offseason. I know my co-host has some energetic thoughts on that. Here's a preliminary look at what the deal is reported to be for L'Jarius Sneed. 4 years, $76 million, $55 million guaranteed, which would make him the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. He's 27 years old, entering his 5th season. So, my guy, talk to me about the addition of L'Jarius Sneed to this Titans secondary.
Well, my brother, I'm not going to be like you. I'm not. I'm just not going to be like you, Ken. I'm going to show empathy when empathy is needed. I'm going to applaud when need to applaud. Finally, the Tennessee Titans has hit on a cornerback. Because I know y'all went 3-4 years of drafting corners in the first round, and now one of them worked. Not one of them worked. Now you have a legitimate cornerback. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, it's just time to get paid. So, of course, he may be the highest paid. I don't know if he is good as the season said he was. Because you remember he missed a couple games. And McDuffie got in and played just as well. But again, can he beat Jalen Ramsey and be good every way he go? Time will tell. But I think it was a great signing by the Titans. It was a great signing. That signing there makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I had some numbers on him. Pulling those up now. Won't have a full screen for that. But he had the lowest completion percentage allowed in the NFL. This is according to Next Gen Stats.
Right.
He only allowed completions on less than 28% of passes in his direction, and didn't allow a touchdown until, I believe, the Super Bowl.
Okay, I can see that, but I also Steve Spagnuolo has done a great job with the Kansas City Chiefs defense, man. Has done a magnificent job. And when you got the pressure that his front four can put up there, and then he'll blitz a linebacker, then he have his safety coming up, playing tight to the line of scrimmage, and send him and shoot him. You want to know, is he a man-to-man guy, or is he a zone guy? I don't know a lot about that with Sneed.
Right.
I don't know a lot. I don't know about the coordinator that you guys have for the Titans right now, who he is and what he's about. But if we talk about
he was the secondary coach for the Baltimore Ravens.
And what's his name?
Last year. I'll have to pull that up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to pull that one
but
up.
Again, it just on paper, great signing. Great signing. But we all know that, great signings don't always turn out to be, productive as we would want them to be.
Denard Wilson. Okay.
Young guys. So
young guy.
The NFL is flipping right in front of us, Ken. It's out with the old and with the new. So we're gonna be learning these guys as their careers go on, especially if they be successful. So I earlier, I think in our last show we was talking about we had some head coaches. We were talking about the Brian Canahan hire with Tennessee, a new wave, new coach, former offensive coordinator, even though I don't believe he was calling a lot of plays with Zach Taylor being the head coach. I just don't believe he was, calling a lot of plays. He may have a big impact in the plan and all that. So we'll get the Tennessee Titans is getting brand new. Let's see what everything turns out to be. Let's see which way they go with this. I'm anxious to see out with the O end with the new Ken. I'm ready for the D'Amico Ryans, them guys. Man. I mean, I want them. It's time to get Pete Carroll, all of it. It's time for all of them to go, man. It's time. The NFL is new blood now. It's new blood. And you guys, that's going in a great direction by getting you a true corner. Now let's put him to work. Now put him to work.
Yep.
Put him to work.
Well, let's talk about the Titans' offseason acquisitions and what they have done so far this season. Let me get some of this junk off the backboard here. And so this is what they've done so far. Mason Rudolph be the backup quarterback. Tony Pollard, he'll split time at running back with Tajay Spears. Calvin Ridley, wide receiver. He'll be opposite D-Hop.
I mean, that tandem can be great. It could be great.
I'm not a big fan of Tony Pollard.
No.
I'm not a big fan of Tony Pollard. I think Mason Rudolph did a good job as backup quarterback for Pittsburgh, got him into the playoffs, getting a couple of wins. So I think he's a good backup for Will Levis. Lloyd Cushenberry, he's going to be the center.
Yes. Good player from the Broncos. I told you about that. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup.
They survived. I don't know anything about this guy. Sebastian Joseph Day. Not sure a lot about him. Kenneth Murray.
Linebacker, yeah.
Who was tremendous at Oklahoma.
Yes.
And the reports are when he got drafted by the Chargers, they had him doing completely opposite of what he did at Oklahoma, which caused his production not to be where people thought it should be. So I'm eager to see what he can do as a starting linebacker.
Absolutely, yeah. I followed his career at Oklahoma as well. He was a good linebacker. Again, that just goes just about where a player lands. Where a player lands means a whole lot in how successful he's going to be, man. We both agree to that. Right now, man, just looking at what you guys have done up to this point here, I mean, I give you a B-. I give him a B-. Everything is going to see how far Will Levis progress. If he take 2-3 steps back, y'all in trouble. You're in real trouble. If you think that Mason Rudolph can win you any football games.
Well, I think he can win 1 or 2. I don't need him trying to win 8.
I mean, he has success with the Steelers because they changed the whole plan. They ran the football, dude. They started running the football better. And then he was able to hit a play here or there. You didn't ask him to do nothing. Callahan, man, that's Zach Taylor. All this right here, all that is Sean McVay. He's going to put the ball in the air. He's going to put the ball in the air. And Levis can put the ball in the air. But he can be a little reckless sometimes. Injuries, occur. That's the NFL. But I'm not happy. I'm not too pleased with I think he could have got a better backup than that. Could have done better than that.
Could. Question is now, obviously going into the offseason, lose Derrick Henry, lose Danico Autry, lose Al Shire to you guys, and Henry obviously to the Ravens. And the Titans were obviously in the danger zone of being a terrible team again. But now, my guys are out of the danger zone. The Titans are officially out of the danger zone.
Now,
this is a team.
Now, you know I do have a vote in this, right?
Hold on.
You know I do have a vote in this. Now,
this is a team.
Now, I'm kind of borderline with it, kind of straddling the fence, because I'm thinking about Will Levis. You know, I'm thinking about, are you sure you didn't really get it? You didn't give up. You got him in the second round. I mean, is this the answer? You know. I mean, you can go ahead and take them out right now. Go ahead and take them out just because I want to see you, in a great mood, man. I like to see you when you grind, when you're laughing and you're fun, Ken, So right now, on behalf of my friend and my colleague, and I'm his co-host, we're going to take him out the danger zone. We're going to take him out. But I'll tell you one team that we're going to put in the danger zone, and we probably get round to them next week when we talk to them. But I'm going to leave them with this right here. You need to put the Dallas Cowboys in the danger zone right freaking now.
Yeah, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
That's another story for another day. Yeah, well, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, final thoughts on the Titans, man. I really think with these moves that they're going to be a team to reckon with. And look, I was as critical, and something I had to learn to do is that when you see the initial tweets and the initial numbers on a contract, you have to wait 24 to 48 hours for the real numbers to come out to see what the actual guaranteed dollars are and what the dead cap money is if the players don't work out. And what Rand Carthon has done is structured all of these contracts in such a way that in 2 years, if one of these players is not working out, he can get out of the remainder of the contract with only $10 to $15 million in dead cap space. And with the cap continuing to go up every year it goes up. Obviously, it was a huge spike this year, but with the cap continuing to go up, that lessens the impact of the dead cap in case one of these players doesn't work out. The second part to that, as you know, as 3 quarterbacks in this division are all on rookie deals: C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson. Obviously, Houston did a great job in free agency picking up some critical pieces. Tennessee did a great job in free agency picking up some critical pieces. Indianapolis, they retained a lot of their own players, but they really haven't done anything in free agency. So they're not taking advantage of the fact that they got a guy on a rookie contract. You need to go out and make sure that you get him as much help as you can. So I think with the move so far, and we see what happens in the draft, but I think the Titans have positioned themselves to possibly challenging, Lord, and I'm saying challenging Houston. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but challenging Houston for the division championship.
Now, see, you start off right, you do. Then you turn like them Cowboys fans. Most Cowboys fans are delusional. It's delusional. And I'm trying to pull up this quote right quick. You had one of your guys when you said something on Facebook about Super Bowl, something after the Darius Sneed, and I sent a GIF with you delusional.
Right,
I can't remember the guy name that quoted me back. But anyway, he quoted me on how can a Texan fan that has an Oiler hat says anything like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna call him out next week. I know we went on short time. I'm gonna call him out next week. I'm gonna call him out next week. But to say they can challenge the Texans for the South is a little bit delusional right now, man. It's a little bit delusional. Because for one thing, change. Now, have you improved your roster? Hell yeah, you have. But when you have uncertainty at the number one position in professional sports, when you have uncertainty in that position, you ain't contending for nothing or no one. And you don't have that yet. So to say that the reason the coach hasn't made a lot of changes because their free agent is coming back this year to them. That's Anthony Richardson. They feel like that's all they missing. They brought back Pittman, and that's fine. But you don't have enough from the quarterback position to even have that type of thought. As a fan, you're going to always be. But I always look at you not beyond a fan. I look at you as a realist.
Yeah.
A very realistic guy. Yeah. Them challenging us for the AFC title is not a realistic statement. It would be more like a miracle.
Okay. All right. You know these shows are recorded, so we got receipts. we keeping receipts. But now on a serious note, Will Levis is obviously he's going to be the guy that has to make it work on the offensive side of the ball. You got a couple of back Spears and Pollard. You got two receivers now. We'll see what happens with Treylon Burks. See what they do in the draft if they get a guy in the draft. So we'll see what happens. But for right now, I'll put him second in the AFC South behind Houston right now. Ahead of Jacksonville and ahead of the Colts.
No, I wouldn't put him ahead of the Colts. Even though I wouldn't put him ahead of the Colts. Because I don't believe in Jacksonville and what they're doing, and they need to be in the danger zone, the Jaguars. But I will put the Titans in front of them, though. I really just strictly because I just think Doug Peterson done you know how you feel like you done wore your welcome out, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
I think Doug Peterson and wore his welcome out, man. And you got to continually to improve your team year to year. You can't stay pat. And Calvin Ridley, Gabe Davis, the swap, that don't make sense there, Ken, at all. Davis is not a number one receiver. He can't be a number one receiver. He's a 2. He's a Ron Hart. I mean, what's that boy name? You spelling outside Michael Irvin? Alvin Hart.
Oh, Alvin Hart.
He's an Alvin Hart. Yeah, he's an Alvin Hart.
Yeah, then they got a little Christian Kirk. They got a little Christian Kirk over there.
Well, they haven't re-signed him yet. Kirk ain't signed nowhere yet, is he?
Oh, I thought he was still on the contract. I didn't know he was a free agent. No, is he a free agent already? I don't think he's a free agent because they just gave him a lot of money like 2 years ago.
No. I don't think he's a free agent either. No. He's not a free agent. No, he's not. You're right. I'm thinking about the boy from Cincinnati, Tyler Boyd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, he's free agent. He's free agent. One final statement. The Texans, Stephon Gilmore, 1-year deal. Does it move the arrow?
Who you got on the other side of Stingley?
I didn't hear you say it again.
Who do you have on the other side of Stingley?
Nobody, because Steven Nelson is a free agent too. They traded for that ball Okonga, the number 3 pick Detroit took. They signed him.
Oh yeah, he's trash. Yeah, he trash.
So, that I mean that's what you still got Stephon Gilmore out there who he can still play, man. But everybody else that's out there, man, they gonna fill rosters. They gonna fill rosters. Clowney, your boy Clowney, he's still out there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he'll take a trip
Come
to
back.
Tennessee or something.
Oh no, he ain't come back to Tennessee now. He can come back home to Houston. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's gonna about wrap it up for tonight. We definitely appreciate everybody joining in, listening in, and doing a little watch party with us. If the Cougars win, they'll play next Sunday, and we'll try to do it again, depending on what time the game is.
Go Cougars.
We got to get through Friday. So
you
again,
right.
for everyone, Cougars win tonight, 100-95. They beat Texas A&M. Sorry, Aggie fans. And March Madness, we're down to the Sweet 16. So we'll see how that turns out next week.
And also, I thank everybody for joining us, and hope you continue to tune in and hear us get on this channel. But also, I'm going to pretty much guarantee this here that next week in 1 hour segment, we will talk about our lack of talking about the NBA.
Yes, we will definitely get caught up on the NBA. Those Houston Rockets are balling right now. And I got to give a shout out to Jalen Green. He's finally playing some ball. Finally, after 3 years, he's playing some ball.
I'm playing well because my family and my baby.
My baby.
So I'm glad something has motivated you, Jalen.
Yes.
Because your ass was almost on a ticket up out of here. And you still may be on that ticket up out of here.
Yes.
But shout out to you. You was Western Conference Player of the Week. Shout out to the Rockets. Hey, see you when I see you.
Yes, sir. All right, my man. Well, we're going to get on out of here. Everybody, thank you. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that like button on the way out. And share the show out. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
In the danger zone.